The Detroit Pistons drafted two players, and there's been mixed emotions, but I'm going to tell you why it's genius. The Pistons have a plan, and it's something that is coming together. Now, here's why I think, in general, it was just kind of, I don't know, because Pistons fans are just tired of losing. This last year, worst record in the NBA, so it's like, all right, fine, that's good. We'll have a good pick. You wanted that number one pick, Wembanyama. Don't get it. You want a top 3 pick. Don't get that. We're sitting at 5. So then what happens is the Thompson twins get torn apart just because they're in that second, third tier. You got Wembanyama in a tier unlike any other. You got the next couple guys and the Thompson twins. Like, oh, they're just getting ripped apart for whether it's good reasons or bad. It just seems like they're really getting torn apart. And then we're all focused on shooting. We've been watching Golden State and everything that they've done. You got to have shooters. Yes, the game has evolved. Shooting is important. It's always been important, always will be important. But we take a guy that's not known for his shooting, but he's super athletic, great defender, can evolve into something, possibly a great shooter. So I'm not naive to think that shooting's not important, but here's what the Pistons are doing. And we went out and got two guys that can defend, can absolutely defend. And I'm going to tell you why this is genius and why it looks so good. So all of a sudden you throw in our two new guys, Sasser and Ausar Thompson, into kind of a projected lineup, and you've got Cade Cunningham, long, Ivy athletic, Ausar long and athletic, Wiseman and Duran at center. I mean, Duran, oh my gosh. He's 7 foot now, 19 years old. Don't forget that. And then Bojan being the scorer and can hold his own defensively. But Troy Weaver said it, when the Pistons are doing well, when the Pistons are the Pistons, the Detroit Pistons, they play great defense. And so what if Ausar can play great defense? Cade and Jaden are playing great defense, and then Duran's a rim protector. I mean, that is the formula. So if you look at Ausar Thompson's defense, let's not overlook at what it is. 6'7". He had 4.5 steals and blocks per contest. So he impacted the game 4 times, 4 shots that had no chance to go in because of steals plus the blocks. This consists of, so it breaks it down, 3 steals and over 1 block per game. An average that doubles the block production of his twin. And so it doubles the production of his twin defensively. So we can't underestimate how good he is defensively. So he makes all of the defensive plays while having less than 2 fouls a night. That was the big thing, and that was eye-popping when we watched Duran in the first Summer League games. He was fouling like crazy. He was jumping, going for every ball fake, right? And that's going to happen a little bit with Ausar as he gets used to what's going on. But that's the whole point. He plays under control, plays strong. And I'm going to show you a couple highlights that really prove what we're talking about here. Then we'll look at Marcus Sasser and how this guy is great on ball, perimeter, sticky defense. Everyone talks about us needing shooting. Absolutely. You always got to find shooters. But what about defensively? No one's talking about how the Pistons were in the bottom third for the last few years in defense. Cannot stop anybody. Part of that's because we can't score, then you're not scoring, the whole thing. But that's something that the Pistons absolutely severely needed, was good defense. And so look at some of these highlights of him and how effective he is on the defensive side of the ball. Let's see if it plays. Look how he jumps in front. See that? Boom. It's a simple defensive play, but this is what we're kind of looking at. He has great lateral movement. He can stay in front of guys really well. This one, kind of a bogus foul on him on this one, but you can see what he brings defensively here. I mean, easy. Now, they called a foul on him, but look how easy this is for him. He's long, tall, 6'7", and it's so easy for him to stay in front of people. I love that. And here's another one. Nice little steal here. Easy. Boop. And let's see how he finishes. Maybe he doesn't know how to score. Oh, yeah, okay. He can dunk. What's up? Here's another one. This is the same one where he cut off the drive. Let's go down here a little bit more. Good hands. Easy. I mean, this guy is smooth defensively, and defensively is nothing like super fun and sexy, but like I love this right here. Just it's a contested shot. Look at the separation, and he's able to just rise up. Great contested shot, and again, he doesn't foul. He's smart with his defense. So could it be? Could it possibly be that the Pistons are going to say, "Hey, let's be really good at something and try to develop something else instead of being, I don't know, kind of good at both, or let's be good defensively. Let's really be good defensively. That's one thing we know we want to be good at. And then the shooters, we still have free agency coming up. We have $50 million there. We've got space and opportunities to do things offensively. But what about if we could play good defense and get things out in transition? I just think we're so focused on the shooting, which by the way, he was good the last 2 months of the season with overtime elite. He was really good offensively. And we won't look at those numbers right now, but he can score. Like that's I don't know why that's getting so overblown. The guy can score great defensively. So let me know in the comments. Is defense as valued as it once was? We know that in the '04 Pistons, Craig and I were talking about the live show. I mean, I think the '04 Pistons set a record for holding a certain number of teams under 70 points, even in the Pacers series against Reggie Miller in that block game. I think the score in late in the fourth quarter was like 62-64. I mean, crazy. I don't think we can get to that. That's elite craziness, and the game has evolved, but you can still play really good defense and impact the game and impact your season the better that you play defense. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. I think this is a great draft pick. I think it's just kind of downplayed because we're upset we didn't get the number 1 or number 2 or a top 3 pick. Then it was like, well, that 5th pick, we're in the I truly think Troy Weaver loves this pick. I think it fits us perfectly. And we'll go back here and look, and then we'll get into Marcus Sasser. But I mean, this starting 5 is just kind of cool. I mean, Cade, Jaden, Thompson, Boyan, and then Duran. Would love to have Duran in there, but even maybe James Wiseman figures it out. But Duran in there, of course, would be perfect. Now you go over here. Marcus Sasser, point guard, sticky, on ball defender, really good because he's 6'2 with a wingspan of 6'7. I love that. His strengths, 3-point shooting and defense. Well, there you go. 3-point shooting, love it. He converted 44% from deep on 9 attempts per game. Love that. He is a pesky perimeter defender that gives opponents fits. His effort and discipline leads to success. He posted 1.6 steals per game the past season. He was a big reason why Houston finished the top 5 in the KenPom adjusted defensive efficiency rating. Houston, don't forget how good Houston was. And this guy was running the show. He was a great defender. He doesn't have a lot of fouls. He's got a good size. Again, man, him coming off the bench, even him and Killian 2, Ausar 2. I mean, there's options, there's potential, there's things that can happen, both them playing the 1, the 2, the 3. I mean, our guard situation looks good. Our center situation looks good. Boyan's still here. This is not bad, like, at all. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on this one, and we will see all of you on the next one.